I'm going to make an apple garland. So I've got some wood cutouts here that I'm going to paint. Easy painting. Let me just close this out. See if I can find me where I need to find me. Did anybody catch my live from this morning with the clay, or not with the clay, with the IOD molds that I use resin in? That was cute. And a little bit ago, I came on live on Facebook and did iced coffee. That's delicious because I wanted some iced coffee when I was sitting here. All right, let me see if I can find me. Let's see if I'm working. Make sure you say hi as you come on. And I'm going to just turn me up, see if I can hear me. And I'm going to just turn. All right, I'm on. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. So these cutouts, I have a lot of different cutouts that I do. And they are in my Etsy shop, Crafty Servings. I did put a link in the description. And we got all the pieces here that come in the kit. Cute. Who loves apples? I mean, they don't even have to be for fall. I just need to turn this down a little. I feel like I'm getting blinded here. There we go. All right, so you get 5 apples. 3 of them will be just with a leaf and a heart on. 2 of them will be like it was eaten. So we're going to paint some red and we're going to paint some green. Now the apples are all the same, so it doesn't matter what one these middle ones go on. That's your choice. It also includes the little seeds. And the seeds are cut out separately so that it's easy to paint. If I find them all. And then we got the leaves that go on. I'm missing one seed. There it is. Yeah, people mowing around here. That's really, I closed this door. And I think they're going to mow in the front. Uh-oh. All right, and they all go in the same direction. Hello, Susan. I know not everybody says that they can comment on my lives, and I'm not quite sure. So glad when you do. Thank you. Just putting this together so you can see. This one is actually backwards. I'll put the seeds back in after, we don't need them. And then there's going to be a heart on each apple. So there's 3 of them that are going to look like this. And there's 2 of them that will look like this, and they'll have the seeds in. So I'm thinking that's going to get really loud. I might have to close the front, my windows in the front. Okay, so I'm thinking of doing green apples with these 2, and then red with these. And that'll obviously be white, and then the seeds. So let's do the red first, and then we'll figure out what color to do the heart. I think we're going to do the heart. We'll figure that out. All right, so let's go ahead and start with the red. So I'm using Tuscan Red, Deco Art Tuscan Red. Any red will do, yeah. Yeah, I might have to get up and close that. If it's too loud, please let me know. So this is a pretty apple red. And then we're going to highlight around it. just to give it a little bit of detail. I'm going to go all the way out onto those circles. You won't really see them, but you might catch a little bit of it. So I'm going to paint them. I'm not going to paint the stem. I'll paint that a different color. And I won't paint up on the leaf. That's where the leaf will go. You don't see comments, Susan? Okay, so I'm not sure why. I did allow comments. I do see your comments. See them on here, though. Oh, I'm seeing them over on the side here. So I am seeing them. No one's talking. I don't know if anybody's even on, Susan, other than you. And that's all right. I know I'm newer on YouTube, doing lives on YouTube. I've been putting over replays over there, but I am newer on here doing lives, and I'm going to be doing more of them on here too. So I hope we get that figured out. But I do see you commenting, and some people have said they weren't able to. Olivia, hello, hello. All right. That's such a pretty red for an apple. And the green I'm going to use is called, I think it's actually sour apple. I think it's going to be a really pretty green too. Now, if you want these real finished looking, you can definitely paint the back also. I don't feel it's necessary when you're doing a garland because you're not going to see the back of it. You know, some, depending upon what you use these for, you certainly could paint the back. You could also, besides the way I'm going to do it, I'm just going to string these. Besides doing that, you could also put them on maybe a pennant garland, like a burlap garland. That would be really cute. It'd be all kinds of things. You could add them to wreaths. I think we might be able to get away with just one coat on here too. Let's just check it out. But we want it bright red. So let's dry it up and do it one more time. Hello, Shirley. So we got a few more coming on. Thanks for coming on and saying hi. I can't wait to do the ones with the centers. I think those will be really cute when they're done. Did anybody see my live doing the iced coffee? So good. So good. I did that live over on Facebook right before I came on here, so I had something to drink. So good and easy. All right, and we are going to highlight, you know, I should debate. Are we going to highlight or should I put the black lines around these? That would be super cute. It would look sort of country instead of highlighting it, or I could highlight and do the black lines too. 3 times today also. No. Hello, Random Feather. Hello. What's your name? Hello, Judy. Thank you for commenting. The commenting really makes a difference for people on here, commenting and putting out emojis. They really make a difference because then they start showing more people. So that really helps us. All right, we got that one. One more. Yeah, this is my 3rd live today. Twice on Facebook. Oh gosh. That won't last long because there's not much room in that they have in front of our house. There's not much room. As long as he doesn't try and cut ours, because then there's a lot more. But it'll be fine. I could close up that or open up this door now. But it's very warm here in Wisconsin today. It's not unbearable, but it's a lot warmer than what it has been. All right. Looks like luscious apples. Okay, that's all the red. Did we decide what color we want to do on the hearts? Hello all. Oh, thank you, Solomon. Am I saying that right? All right. I apologize for that noise. It really will stop soon. All right, so that's that color. So now we're going to slide these off. We're going to paint these two sour apple. So it's Deco Arts Sour Apple. Two broken knees? Oh my gosh. Prayers for you. Oh, I can't even imagine. Can't imagine. Get all that red out of here. 89 in Florida. Well, that isn't that unbearable, right? But other than it's probably more humid. It is humid here today. That's where we feel is when it gets humid. We definitely feel that when it does. But we have had the most beautiful summer. I can't even describe it. We haven't had that extreme heat like we get sometimes with the extra humidity. We've had beautiful, um, like 80 degrees rain on days. So our lawns and the amount of rain we get here is a lot. Like when we get it, like sometimes like 3 inches, sometimes more. But it's like just in a matter of a day, or sometimes actually the one time it was in a matter of a few hours. But then it doesn't rain for several days, and that goes away. And it's just been beautiful. And we have lush green lawns where by this time we normally don't. Now you wouldn't have to paint this whole thing now that I think about it because you're putting this on top, but we're going to do it. We're doing it. It probably would be a good idea not to paint right in the center just because then you're not adhering glue onto the paint. But this will be fine. This is for me. Yeah, you really don't even see this middle part. You're only going to see the little bit on the outside. So yeah, do what I say, not as I do. You could definitely leave the center unglued or unpainted because you won't see it. Let's just dry that up a little bit and do it one more time. So I have a few people on here that I have not seen following me. That I started off on Facebook, and I recently started doing lives on YouTube, and I'm going to be coming on here more. So it's fun to see new, and it's fun to see all my oldies on here. I'm just going to give it a good second coat just around the outside. You really don't need that on the inside. Because these green ones are the ones we're going to have that center on. Okay, that's our green ones. Now, a little bit. Let's do these. We'll do this last, I think. No, let's do these. Let's go ahead and do them. We'll do the hearts and the leaves last. So if you have any idea of what color you would think I should do the hearts, let me know. All right, I just want to make sure we have these the way they need to be. All right, I'm going to paint them snow white and then highlight them with, I think I've got cocoa out. There's either honey brown or cocoa. Cocoa. I'm going to use honey brown. I like that too. Okay, like I said, this is going to be white. So I'm just using snow white, whatever white you have. I just thought it'd be nice having it sort of bright. I had debated on doing like a vintage white, but when I do the highlighting, that'll add a little color to that. That'll tone that white down a little bit. I almost feel like I should do maybe a soft white. That is pretty bright for an apple. Apples aren't this bright, right? I have all kinds of bottles here. Let's tone it down a little bit. Yeah, the middle of the apple will be really, really cute on here. Yeah, I think this will just tone it a little bit. I don't want it like, we're gonna just mix it right on top of there. I don't want it being too dark colored as if you cut the apple and it sat there for a while. I don't want that, but I do think the Snow White was a little bit bright. I like this one better. This is Warm White by Deco Art. All right, just dry this up and we're going to add a second coat. This honestly will be sort of fast and easy. I always say that until I start adding the details. I'm just trying to see. Like I said, I'm new to doing lives on Facebook. I'm old doing them, but new on YouTube. So I was just trying to see what's on my phone that I can see during my lives. I've got my laptop here, so I can at least see what you're seeing. All right. I'll dry this just a little, and then I'm going to double load my brush. I'm going to use the honey brown and this white and just do the highlighting on this apple. Guess I'm not drawing it no more. I don't know what I did. We won't dry it. Okay. Next plan, honey brown. That's all right. It'll still work. It'll still work. I don't know why that would have done that. All right, so I still have, see what you can see here. We'll do it like that. I still have that warm white here. I'm going to dip in this honey brown so that it's like double loaded. Just blend that some. I'm going to go around. It's almost too bright for me. Let's, should have dabbed that one off. That's better. All the way around. And if it doesn't blend well, just dip it in water, but then dab that water off or you're going to have a mess. Just pick up a little more of that white. I felt the brown came in too far. There we go. Does that look like an apple? Does that look like? Okay, we're going to do that again. We're going to get that white on there. And dip in the honey brown and then just blend it out. And then, I said, if it doesn't want to blend, just get your brush a little wetter and then just dab it off on paper towel and then go over it. This one did much better. All right, so we got them. Let's go for the leaves then. Make sure I'm painting all the right side of the leaves. Okay, I'm gonna get 5 apples. Okay, I think we're gonna use this leaf green or festive green. Do I have leaf green out here? I like the leaf green too. Let's do that. Just kind of do the leaf. Yeah, I think it's a good green. And then we'll do a little highlighting on there. Again, make sure as you come on, make sure you say hi. Let me know you're out there. Tell me where you're from. I love seeing that. I know some people are having problems commenting. I've heard that in the past, and I'm not quite sure how to fix that. If anybody has any idea on that, you got to let me know. This is a really thick green. One coat will be fine on it. All right, that's the greens. Let's, I have a forest green. I don't know if that's going to be dark enough. Okay, let's just do some highlighting now. Okay, I don't think we have to do these because you're not going to see much of that green. Okay, so we're just going to do a little bit on the red. I think what we're going to do a little bit of black highlighting. I love black on red. And then we're going to do some lines around it. And we'll see where we go from there. Like I said, I still have to do the hearts. Figuring out what color I want on the hearts. I might go actually with that white too. Okay. So we're just going to do a little bit of this black. I don't want a lot. But look at how the black looks on an apple, on the red, on an apple red. Just a little bit. I don't know how much you'll see at the top here. We're going to dab a little more in. All right, if you're all able to comment, go ahead and do it now. So I can tell if I'm having problems with my comments. All right, because I know there's about 13 people on here watching me live. And I just want to know if I'm having problems. Because then I got to figure out how to fix it. I'm going to just keep on going. Gets to be too much. I'm just going to dip a little bit of this back end in that red. You can see me? Okay, good. I need to get that. Got a little carried away with the black on that one. So we're just going to go over it with red. Dip that red in the back half. And that cleans up some of that. Okay. That one got a little heavy with the black, but it'll be good. Just a little dip with. We're going to double dip it. I've got a little bit of black and a little bit of red. I almost liked it as plain red. Let me see by that leaf. Okay. Okay. Almost like as a plain red, but that's going to make it stand out too. So see if my dryer. I didn't do anything. My dryer's working again. Okay, I want to do the same on the leaf, but I want to do it all on the same. Put it on the bottom of the leaf. I don't want it to be too much. Just a real little bit. I'm adding that black on the bottom of the leaf, just so it's not as overpowering like it is on the apples. Well, you forgot how to move your comments so you can see. And you know, I watch YouTube all the time. But I guess I'm trying to think. There's an arrow on there, isn't there? No, I know that's on Facebook. I watch it all the time. Okay, we need, did the wrong, yeah. Okay, we'll do that. Let's do just a little bit of, you know, I think a yellow would be pretty for the hearts. How about the sunset gold for the hearts? You hit the 3 dots? Okay. We'll do that on the hearts, I think. Okay, and then I also want to do, I'm also going to do that a little bit on the top of the leaf. So I had the black on the bottom, and I'm doing the sunset gold on the top. Let's see, it just adds a little something. Just one last one. Okay, so these are the leaves, and I might add just a little bit of white in the middle of them. All right, but I love this yellow color, and I think that'll look super cute on these apples. for on the heart, on the apples. And this I know I'll need 2 coats. Let's actually do this upside down. I want all the hearts in the same direction. And one side is taller than the other, so that's how I can tell. I need a couple coats of this yellow because it doesn't coat very well. It's so pretty when it's done. I have no idea what I did to that dryer that it had stopped. Just this one yet, and then I think I just have to paint the seeds, and I'll do a little bit of highlighting. All right, let's get these seeds out here. I'll just paint them black. Now you could, don't tip them over like I do. You could put them, because they're so little, you could put them on like a piece of tape that would hold them down and you wouldn't get it all over like I do. But I'm a messy painter. Last one. All right, let me just get a little skinny brush. Just a liner. Now we're going to do just a little bit of detail on, actually, you know what, let's get a little stylus in here. Just looking, yeah. Okay, so let's just do a little bit. Now to dry brush a little this, just to add a little more dimension. I'm going to dip in that white, you know, pat a lot of it off on here, and then I'm going to dry the rest of it off on here. Gets more on my hand, because then I can see what it's doing, because I don't want a lot of big. And I can just, add that little bit of touch of, and that little bit of paint on here goes a long way. I'm just scrubbing it on. Yes, those are the seeds, Susan. Those are the seeds for in the middle of the apple, in the core. Got that. I'm going to do a little bit on these leaves too. I had a little too much on. That's why I wipe it on my hand, is so that I can see what's going to come off. That one is little. Blend that in. All right. Now let's do a little bit of line, a little bit of dots. And I'm just dipping in and doing 1, 2, 3. And then each one is going to be a little smaller as you go. If you want the same size dots, you just keep dipping it every time. This is really so easy to do, but it adds so much cuteness to the apple. Okay, we did that. Let's try and do just a little line on here. Okay, and maybe we'll do that on the apple, and we can always do a dot on there too. All right, and then let's do a little dot at the beginning. The beginning of each one. And then let's do a little dot at the end of each one, but I'm going to dab it twice and then touch it on that end. So it's just going to be a tiny little dot. So dab it twice and then that tiny dot. Actually, got a lot on here. And let's do some, okay, let me grab a little smaller stylus, and because the hearts are so little, I'm going to add a little bit at the bottom down here, these little, some little dots down here. And then we can dry this up and put it together. Oh, we gotta do the stems. We have to do the stems. So let's, we need a brown. Let's do burnt umber. Let's do coffee bean. I haven't used that yet. And then we should be done. So this is coffee bean. It's, and is it Anita's? No. It's actually a gloss. I probably shouldn't have done that. Don't need gloss. Nothing else is gloss on here. Just gonna add a little umber to it. Oops. Let's do this one. Okay, we'll just do a little bit of umber on here. And this one. I'm live. Just a warning, I'm live. that one and this one. Okay, what do you think? I could add a little bit in on there. Now I said on the black apples, I could add the little dashes. I mean, that would be really cute, like black dashes all the way around. You could certainly do that. But I think we're gonna call this good to go, and then I'll show you how we can put it together. It's gonna be super, super cute. Let's just dry these up. And there's different ways you could put them together. That would be really, really cute. All right, so I like using this 3-in-1. It's Beacon 3-in-1. It really adheres quickly, but not too quick, so that if when you're putting together, just gotta dry these dots a little more. When you're putting it together, you still have a little time to shift it, where with hot glue, when you stick it, it's done. You know, so I'm just drying up these dots. Okay, so let's just if you want a quick stick, you definitely could use glue, the hot glue, but I like to be able to shift it a little, especially now I'm going to be putting this on here, and then I'm going to put the leaf on right away. And I want to make sure I can shift it if that leaf needs to go on better. I want to be able to shift it. Just drop right in there. And then, so you do want to check back on it though, because sometimes it has a habit of moving just on its own. So just check back a couple times as it's drying, but it'll be drying in just a few minutes where you really won't want to move it. So just check back on this one, make sure it's all even up by this leaf. Almost done here, and then we can put it together. All right, just go back again, look at what you did, make sure it's lining up, that some of them didn't shift a little bit as the glue is drying. Okay, let's put these hearts on. part on this side. You know, I should have done. I should have done that. Okay. Talking to myself. You know what? I'm going to put the heart right in the middle, I think. No. Do whatever you like. I'm putting it on the side. All right, I'll put the seeds in a second. I just want to make sure everything is where it needs to be again. Make sure it didn't shift. Okay, so let's add these seeds in. To do that, I'm just going to drop a little bit of glue in each one in the hole. Clean up any extra glue on there. Some of it'll be strings, just like you see on your hot glue. Okay, let's just drop our seeds in. All right, are they cute? Aren't they so cute? They're so cute. Okay, let me show you putting them together a little bit. Let me just get this paint out of here. So there's a couple options you could do. You could use like a cute ribbon and tie them together, which that would be really cute with this. I just want to look at this ribbon here that I grabbed. If it's black and white on both sides, this one would be really cute to use. Yeah, it is. So you can see on both sides. This actually has little pom-poms along the edges. Hello, Linda. Thank you. So we do that. Let's do, okay, so the red is going to be on the outside. Let's put it through the red first. Put it through a green. And then we could just tie these together. You could do it as a bow, or you could do a little knot. I mean, let's try and do a little bow. Okay, let's cut this off. Another thing is just tying a knot and then do separate bows and put them on top. If you're not very good at putting a bow on top of something like this, you know, you could just tile. So this would be a cute way to put them together. Another way, you could just use jute and do the same thing. I had to close it because the lawnmower was going. Or, let's see, if we find a straight edge here. You could just use fabric and do the same thing. Okay, let's just put these two together and see which we like better. And you could do this just in a knot too. So that is super cute like this too. And just take a little bit of this off. And you could put them together like that too. So whatever way, that would be super, super cute too. You could even make it maybe a little thinner strips of fabric. But that's just super cute. And string them up. And so I'm going to figure out how I'm going to do it and do that after. I'll post pictures out on here. But I hope you enjoyed it. You can certainly go and catch these kits are in my Etsy shop at Crafty Servings. I did put a link in the description. So thanks for joining me and hope we'll see you soon.